Hello and welcome to Furryearsworld. And if you've been paying attention, this is exactly where we left off. Staring at this machine, it's finished chewing on that gravel it was chewing on, and it's spitting all its shiny bits into here. And they are appearing in this bottom box. They're going through the hopper, which is fine. There's some iron coming down, and the iron should come out one knob at a time. Look at that. Look at that. It's doing the do. How's the gravel handling it? I suspect the gravel will pause because it has to spit out a lot of stuff. There will be issues with what it has to spit out. I don't think one piece of gravel makes multiple things. I think one piece of gravel makes one... Oh, does it? I don't know. I don't know what's happening there. But it's all ending up in this box. And then the iron's going back across the bottom and being processed out. So that actually works. What we have there is a sustainable system. Slow as bloody anything, but a sustainable system that is doing what we need it to do. And that can all be compacted down. It can be squeezed tighter together. So I'm quite pleased with that. I am quite pleased with that. If we were so desirous, we could crush other things that are forming in here. But I don't think there's an absolute hankering need to. I think we're relatively safe. So all the iron that's been produced has gone through. And that was just a big old batch at the start. So it's just chucking one every so often, which is what we wanted it to be doing. It's chewing through the gravel, which is what we need it to do. It ain't doing it quick, but it's doing it. We might be able to speed things up a little bit. Do a little bit of gearing up. Yeah, it seems to pause if it's got to chew through more than one thing at once. If it's the output is more than one thing at once. If you're getting multiple outputs, it seems to just have a big old hissy fit. But it's doing the job. And we're not interacting with it. It's just stood here doing its job. It's got an unlimited source of cobblestone up here, which will actually be limited by the fact that we've got sand and flint in there, which we need to somehow divest ourselves of in a filtered manner. And I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Can we do it with this? Because this is a fairly sophisticated thing. Yes. So we can send our sand and flint elsewhere. Like we have done there, where we've just gone, do you know what? We don't want that crap. Get out of my life. But this whole thing here now kind of subsumes that system over there. That was good. That was a good start system, but now it's kind of redundant. This is doing the work of it, which I love, and it works, which I also love. And we're just it's gonna take time, but it's constant. There's no interaction required. It's doing the job. We might be able to speed it up a little bit, but these gears might get a little bit hissy fit if we do try and speed it up a bit. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know what speed we're rotating at here. I've got the goggles somewhere. Let me see if I can figure this out with the goggles. The goggles might give me RPMs. Let me see. If I put them on my face hole. Can I put them in there? Oh, I can put them in there so I can keep my helmet on. And wear the goggles. Yes, yes. No, it's just showing stress. It doesn't show the RPMs. That's a relatively low SU, isn't it? At current speed. This thing has got, like, stupid amounts of SU. So, I'm guessing we can speed this the hell up. It will still backlog like this, but generally the whole process will go faster. Is what I'm thinking. But it is working. And then we need to pull out of this side only the crushed raw iron and wash it somehow, he said. And again, the experience needs to go somewhere and just sod off out of my life, which would be ideal because I don't need it cluttering up my nonsense. We've got a lot of sand in there. I think at some point this system will shut down. That's a given. This system has shut down now. It's out of cobble. It's out of power. This system will shut down. That will finish chewing through what it's chewing on. That system will shut down, and we can consider what we're doing then. That sand, I don't want to lose that sand, but at the same time, I'm not precious about that sand. I think we could gear this up, but we'll do that. Can we? I'm having deep thoughts. Because it's big gear to little gear, isn't it? Oh, we got the clutch there. Damn. Damn, I forgot about the clutch. Because this is our conveyor speed here. So if we gear up after the conveyor, both conveyors are powered off this. So the conveyor will go at the same speed, but we can make the gear wheels go faster. But no, because it's pulling... It's irrelevant. We need everything to go at the same speed. Don't we? In terms of grinding the gravel, let's have a watch. Let's have a watch. Let us gaze our eyes upon it. In terms of grinding the gravel, that's grinding gravel, and it's gone through that quick. It's instantaneous. So we don't really need that moving at a different speed. It is instantaneous. It's just the offloading that needs to be faster. But if we make the whole process faster, that should make things faster, logically. But do we do that before we bring the power up, or do we do it just for this? I mean, this is the only system on this. There's just so many questions. I think we just let this run for now. I think that's the step. We just let this run and we work on seeing if we can somehow do a wash, which will be another one of these. But we'll just have to maybe do a bit of manual work for now, and we need to get rid of the sand and gravel out of there. Can you have multiple filters on these, or is it only one item that will pull? Because that's gonna suck. We might have to use the mechanism's sucky-matron. I don't think the sucky-matron needs power. I think it it sucks happily on its own without power. I'm pretty confident it just sucks. But in the meantime, we'll just keep an eye on that, because that will break this system. In time, not yet. In time, it will break the system. I mean, look, it's been running, and we've only built up 9 gravel. So the speeds are kind of working for us. It may get to the point where this can't physically dump the stuff it needs to dump. If all of this is gravel and it's trying to produce sand, it might have a panic attack. If we're not pulling out fast enough, which means if we do speed this system up, it will work better for us, because then we can empty that pulverizer faster. So there is merit to speeding this up. So we will have to look at that at some point in the future, getting the whole thing to run faster. It may be that if I empty this all out now, it will stay on 1. That may be the case. I don't know. There's a lot I don't know here. So let's make a new conveyor belt, which we can do easy like Do we need to place blocks for this? Probably. Probably need to place blocks for this. So we'll go like that, and we'll have another one there, and we'll go belty, 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 like that. Then we can break these blocks out, because we don't want them there, we just want the belt. That's all we want. And this is going to be the wash, theoretically, system that we theoretically need here, theoretically. In case you're wondering, that's a lot of theoreticals. Just in case you're wondering. Oh, shoot and poot. We got no power to this, have we? We got no power to this one. What we can do is bring this out like this and this, and then triple gear that, maybe, so that it transfers the power. I think we can do that. We might take it out the back though, so that it's not so, what's the word I'm looking for? Ugly as sin. 1, 2, 3. Triple gear it. Is that a plan? Would triple gearing make it spin the same direction? I don't actually know. Do we even need to stack this? I don't know if we need to stack this. I think we might be able to run these straight off the conveyor belt. Okay, so they're going the same way. That's good. So we just transferred the power across that divide onto a separate conveyor belt. That works. I mean, it's kind of broken physics, because that's just an unsupported gear. That wouldn't, in the real world, that wouldn't work. But this, luckily for all of us, and I think we can all agree, luckily this isn't the real world we're dealing with here. This is some crazy Minecraft crap going on here. And that's preferable to the real world, which is just scary and dangerous place. So we need the brass ejectometronic thing. I need more sandpaper in that case, is what I need. Sandpapier. Ooh, you can have diamond grit sandpaper, which is sandpaper. Oh, paper. How did we make the paper? Oh, okay. We can do that, because we got a farm for that, you know. There. We got a farm for that. And we can have diamond grit sandpaper. Are you on board with the diamond grit sandpaper? I'm on board with the diamond grit sandpaper. I'm just absolutely on board with the diamond grit sandpaper. 100% sold. I couldn't be more happy about the diamond grit sandpaper that I'm going to make. Presumably it's got enhanced longevity, which whilst being a cumbersome word, is an exceptional thing. So we're going to say paper and a diamond gives me nothing. Paper and diamond dust. How are we making the diamond dust? Crushing. We could crush the diamond. Do we want to crush the diamond? We can crush. We can go throw the diamond in the crusher. I feel like a bloody charlatan doing it, but we can go and throw the diamond in the crusher. It's still kind of chewing on stuff there, but I think we can throw the diamond. I need you to stop doing that now. While I just toss that in there, and hopefully that will go through there and appear down there at some point. It may take a while. Yeah, the diamond's just kind of sitting there at the moment because there's gravel in the system. I got my diamond back. I'm going to let that finish its current shenanigans. It has finished its current shenanigans. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. You can have that. Hopefully you will chew on that. There we go. And there is our diamond dust. Nice. So the diamond grit sandpaper is the paper and the diamond dust, and then you get diamond grit sandpaper, and that's a win in my book. And my book is incredibly limited and has very small words in it. Not you know, size-wise small words, just not complicated words, because complicated words complicate matter. Why? What is going on here? Put that away. No, put that away. Just give me the one. Just give me the one. Jesus Christ, game. The things you have to do. Just give me the one. Just give me the one. I'm not asking for a lot here. Apparently I'm asking for too much. That is my style. That is my style. I will constantly ask for more than I am entitled to. I am greedy and lazy. And that leads me to ask for more than I'm entitled to. Right, we're going to throw that on the floor. With a little bit of Q action. I'm going to pick it up again because I'm an idiot. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Throw that on the floor. And then sandpaper it. And that has got good durability. We need an iron sheet. I'm going to put the sandpaper in here temporarily. If you need the sandpaper, it's in this box. If anyone's looking for the sandpaper, it's in that box there. Okay? Are we good with that? Give me one of them. And again, give me two. I'm sure that's not my mouse. I don't know what's doing that, but I'm sure that's not my mouse. Okay, we've got 2 iron sheets. Just don't ask. Just don't ask. Iron sheet and that thing gives me that thing. Perfect. What are we making now? We are making the... What are they called? At Create. They had a fancy name. Funnel. Funnel. It's called a funnel. Which is kind of funnel. Sorry, that was terrible. I won't do that again. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Probably will. You can't stop me. You're not my keeper. I'm a strong, independent kind of person thing. So, yeah. Eyes down for a full house. Here comes Furryears. So we're having that there. And that's immediately pulled out a big old pile of crap. Which we didn't want it to do. That's fine. That's absolutely epic. Yeah. Yeah, that yeah. 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 I'm thinking, yeah, there is what I'm thinking. Flip me. Okay. Let's stop that again. Give me that. Could we maybe not have that on there? There we go. Right, what I'm going to do here, you'll like this, is put all that shit back in there. As it comes off the end of the conveyor belt, I'm just gonna put that shit back in there like that. That's what I'm doing. I'm picking up the shit and I'm putting it back in there like that. That's what I'm doing. You'll see what I'm basically doing is picking up the shit off the floor. Where the shit is landed, and I'm putting it back in there. That's what I'm doing. I think when we set this filter, when we activate this whole side system here, and we put that funnel back on, we are going to have to turn the system off so that it doesn't just disgorge its entire goddamn belly full of honk straight onto my conveyor belt, because I don't want that. I don't want that. That's not what I want. That's not how I see my life going. That's no. It's no. Just no. That's not what we're doing. That's not how this works. Trust me, I know these things. So we want that, and then we'll have that there, and that should be. I mean, it's still too big. I personally feel that is still too big. I think it's cumbersome, overextended, large, swollen, and distended. Which you know, these are not good things. These are not good things. But we have now got a center block, and we're going to have our fanny blowing on this center block, or sucking on the center block if we get it wrong. But the fanny has to blow through water, you see. So what we've got here is we've got the fanny, then we have the water, And then we have the conveyor belt here. So we need to have the fanny 2 blocks back. So we need to back our fanny off 2 blocks. That's what we need to do. That's how we're going to roll here. I'm going to put those back in there. And I'm going to put those in there temporarily so that I don't make a mess of things. Because there is a strong chance I will make a pig's ear of this. Now, how do I make an enclosed fanny? We want the enclosed fanny is this. So we want... we've got the shaft. We've got the casing. We need the propeller, which is... Okay. We've already got 3 iron. So if I do that, that, and that. Now it's giving me singles. It stopped giving out doubles. It's got over it, whatever little emotional crisis it was having. It seems to have passed that. And we're moving on to bigger and better things now. Okay, we've got 4 of them. And so we're looking at the fanny. Okay, so we need a andesite alloy, which is here, and that goes in the heart of the fanny. So we have that there, and we go abosh, 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 abosh. There you go. And at the top we have a shaft. Okay, so we're basically saying we've got none of... Yeah, we have got all the ingredients. We've got that, we've got that, and we've got that, and there's our enclosed fanny. Our well and truly beautiful enclosed fanny. Now, as we place that points that way. Yeah, so the drive is from the side where you don't... It faces towards you when you place it, basically. Basically. So we're going to have a... So the fanny needs to be there. The water will be there. A slab will be there. It will blow delicately upon that. Or, alternatively, we could have it behind, couldn't we? Because we already got a gear back there. We could have it back here, and then it's not in our way at all. That's weird. I don't like that. I don't want that. That's weird. Where's me fanny gone? I've lost me fanny. My fanny's on the conveyor belt. Come back here, fanny. It's not good when you lose your fanny. That's now placed around the other way. For some bizarre reason. Is that back on the... Bloody hell, conveyor belt. Stop it. There we go. Finally, some success with the whole getting that to work job. We're going to throw the torch on the wall where it can't hurt, in essence. We're going to bring this back here. A book. And then do the same triple gear thing. Yes, yes. And then hopefully the fan is blowing the correct way. We will see. We will together, we will see. Not apart, together. Because togetherness is good. It means you can blame someone else. That's why togetherness is good. Working in a team, so you can blame someone else. Yes, yes. So we go that, and that. No, that doesn't look right to me. That looks wrong. There. And is that blowing or sucking? That is sucking. That is sucking. That is sucking. Is there a world where we can get that to blow? With maybe 2 of the gearboxes. Ooh, unless we do... No. I don't know whether this will work or not. Genuinely, I'm confused about this one. This might work, this might not work. I think I can make these here, can't I? We're just going to pillock about with gears until we get the fan going the right way. Basically, that's what we're doing here. So that can go on top of that, and that can go between those two. And we're still sucking. Our problem appears to be the difference between a small gear and a big gear. If we make that a big gear on the end of there, how do I make bigly gears? Bigly gear is a smally gear with a wood. We can do that here. So we get a smally gear with a wood, and we get a bigly gear. We slap the bigly gear on the end of there, and that's doing a job of work. Then we put that on there, and it doesn't reach. Nice. Excellent. I don't think that's enough va-va-voom. I think we need to up the va-va-voom on that bad boy. And I'm not sure how we do that. Can we break that out and put that there? Okay, I don't know. Why did you stick me in the ground? I didn't want to go in the ground. Thank you. That torch is being a right liability, you know. Then we have the bigly gear. Bear with. We need another bigly gear. There's a bigly gear. On that. Needs to be on the same shaft. Can we get it on the same shaft? Like that. Then we have a little gear. We still got 3 left. Off that. Like that. That's on the floor now. Break that and pop that up there. I don't know. At this point, I don't know. It's definitely going faster. It's going more fastlery. But is it going the right speed? Let's break that out. Now, we can't slap a big gear on the end of that, because that will break things. But if we go another small gear, we should be able to slap a bigly gear on the end of that. Or we could just make one more gear. Feels cumbersome, this. This does feel cumbersome. This is my problem with create. And that's back to sucking. But it seems to suck more powerfully because the fan is going at a better speed. What speed did we have it going at over here? It felt a lot faster than that, you know. It really is a lot faster than that over here. I need to find a way to gear this up that isn't this hideous mess that we're building here. I need to find a better way of doing things. You know what I mean? But we do want that there, and then we're going to try a biglying. We're going to go back to the biglying process and see if we can get more va-va-voom pep. I know these are big words, and I don't really want to impose them on you, but va-va-voom pep is what we're after. That one's going like billio. And then we bring that in on the bottom diagonal here. Will you go into the bottom diagonal here? You don't want to because of that, I suspect. And then maybe that can go there. Alright, we're blowing, and we're blowing quite hard. Okay, that works. I'm not sad about that. And then we want to basically box this in. So we have cobble, cobble, and a slab. Do we have a slab? We have a slab of wood. A slab of wood will do. I put another cobble there. Put my slab of wood there, and then get rid of my cobble. Okay, and then we can put a bucket of water in that hole with our bucket, because we have 2 buckets. And then I think we're in a good place, and we'll see whether the washing system actually works off a conveyor belt. I think we need a backstop for it, or I think it's just going to blow things off the conveyor. I don't know how it works. We can find out. We can do a test. It's what we can do, because we've got stuff in here. If I throw that on there, like that, see what happens. Alright, that passed entirely past the blower without incident. Does that mean we need to double blow? It seems to need to spend longer in front of the blower. Or we make the fan go faster. I guess there's a component of speed. Because that's now been double washed. I don't know whether washing is a cumulative process, but that has now been double washed. We could triple wash. See if that makes any difference. I doubt it. We might need to, again, do the gearing up. That's only 3 times faster. We have got 64 SU there. Yeah, I think we might... Should we go and see what SU we've got on the other fan? Because that's 64 SU. The other fan will tell us through its SU what speed it's going at. Let's see. 64, same speed. How long does it take to actually wash? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it takes about 7 seconds of washing. And I'm guessing for the entirety of that 7 seconds, it needs to be in front of the wash thing. How do we do that? How do we do that? My whole estimate here is kind of shot at, so I need to go away and have a think. But I like what we're going with here. It's wrecking my head a little bit, but I like it. So for Furryearsworld, for now, we are going to go with a cheery old ta-ta.